Suze, welcome to another lesson, and today we're learning about simplifying fractions. Why do we need to learn about simplifying fractions? Simplifying fractions, what does that even mean? Well, it means that you are taking a larger number fraction and making it into a smaller number fraction, but you're not changing the value of it. It will still have the same value, but it will be in a smaller number. For example, if I had 25 over 50, we know that 25 over 50 means it's a half. Or 50 over 100, we know that that is a half. So instead of writing 50 over 100, we'd say you got half of it correct. Great job! So simplifying a fraction is just rewriting a fraction into a more simpler term. How can we do that? Well, that's what we're going to learn about today. We're going to learn about simplifying fractions using a factor. We are going to factor them down by using prime factors. So what are prime factors? Well, prime factors are any of the factors that are prime numbers. In other words, any of the prime numbers that can be multiplied to give the original number is a prime factor. For example, a prime factor of 6 is 2 multiplied by 3. Those are the prime factors of 6. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at how we can simplify some fractions. When we get a fraction with a large number, like for example, we have 6 over 20, we can use our prime numbers to factor it down. Let's look at the prime numbers for 6, 2 and 3. Now, let's look at prime numbers for 20. We have 2, 2 and 5. Fantastic! So once we have those numbers, we see that 2 and 2 on the top and the bottom can cancel each other out because 2 over 2 equals a whole. So we just cancel them out. Great job! Once we've canceled them out, we are left with 3 on top and 2 multiplied by 5. 2 multiplied by 5 we know is 10. Great job! So our new fraction, our simplified fraction, will be 3 over 10. That's how we factored down our fraction to get a simplified fraction. Great job! Alright, here's another way that we can look at it and realize that higher written fractions can be written using smaller numbers. Here we have 4 pieces of paper. The first paper we're going to fold in half. That's going to be a half of a fraction. Great job! We folded it once. There are 2 pieces to that half. The next paper we're going to fold 2 times. Now, there are 4 pieces in that paper. So what the fraction is going to be a quarter. Great job! The next paper we're going to fold it 3 times. What do you think the fraction would be now that we folded the paper 3 times? Yes, it's an 1/8. Great job! There are 8 pieces in that paper. There are 1/8 in each piece. Fantastic! The next piece of paper we're going to grab, we're going to fold it in 4 pieces. Now that we've folded it in 4 pieces, what do you think the fraction is? A 16th! Great job! There are 16 pieces in that paper when we folded it 4 times. Now, can you notice that the half mark is all in the same place for each fraction? Fold it and you'll see they're all halves in the same spot, but there are more folds in each fraction going higher. The half only has 1 fold and the quarter has 2 folds. So there are 2 quarters which make a half. When we go to the eighths now, there are
4/8 that make the half. And the other side of the half line, there are another 4/8. So 4/8 make a half. Great job. When we go to the 16th of a fraction, we have to count it, and it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8/16th of a fraction equals a half.
That's a great job. So, how can we simplify other fractions? Let's take another example.
Okay, so here we have the fraction 6/8. We know that the prime factors of 6 is 2 times 3. And the prime factors of 8 would be 2 times 2 times 2. When we cancel out one set of the 2's at the top and one set of 2 at the bottom, we are left with 2 times 2 at the bottom and 3 at the top.
So our new fraction becomes 3/4, 3/4. Great job. Now here's a trick question for you. John has 12 blue pins and 3 orange pins in his sewing kit. How do you write the fraction of the pins that are blue in the simplest form? How many pins are there in total? There are 12 plus 3 pins, so that means there are 15 pins. The 15 pins becomes the denominator. Now we're trying to find out how many pins are the blue. So therefore, if there are 12 blue pins, we would have to put 12 as the numerator. Fantastic. Factor down 12, we know that 12 would have 3 times 2 times 2. Now when we factor down 15, we know that 15 will have 3 times 5. Now when we cancel out the 2 3's, because 3 over 3 equals a whole, we're left with 2 multiplied by 2 over 5, which equals 4 over 5. Great job! Here's one for you to work on. A baker made 2 peach cobblers and 6 apple cobblers. How do you write the fraction of the cobblers that were apple in the simplest form? See if you can figure that out. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on simplifying fractions, and if you have any questions, please contact me. Until next time, see you!